The Catalonia region in northeastern Spain is one of Spain's wealthiest nations and most productive regions. The President of Catalonia declared a referendum on independence which took place on the 1st of October 2017. The outcome of the referendum can be analysed with the use of game theory. I've used a normal form game to depict the Catalan referendum. In this game there are two players, Spain and Catalonia. There are two possible actions for Spain: resist and impose direct rule over Catalonia, or negotiate a mutually beneficial agreement. The two possible actions for Catalonia are voting in favour of an independent republic or voting against an independent republic. We assume that players are rational and that there is perfect information. If Catalonia votes in favour of an independent republic, which is likely since Catalonia is a distinct nation with its own flag, culture, history and language, which Catalans believe is not sufficiently respected by the Spanish government. In addition, Catalonia transfers 8% of her GDP to Spain without receiving the proportional public service and investments from the Spanish government. The refusal of the Madrid government to grant Catalonia any physical autonomy has made matters worse, hence payoff for this action will be 15. If Spain negotiates an agreement while Catalonia votes in favour of an independent republic, their payoff will be -5, since Spain is having to compromise its power over Catalonia and grant further autonomy, hence is worse off. However, if Catalonia votes in favour and Spain resists and imposes direct rule, both players are worse off, and hence both players yield a payoff of 5. If Catalonia votes against being an independent republic, which is unlikely but possible, since Catalonia does receive billions from EU structural funds which they may not want to forfeit, and the government is also in significant debt, hence Catalonia may be forced to apply to the EU's bailout system. If Spain chooses to impose direct rule over Catalonia when they vote against, payoffs for Spain and Catalonia will be 15 and -5 respectively, since Spain wants to maintain power over Catalonia, so they are much better off, whereas Catalonia will lose autonomy, hence is much worse off. In the final outcome, where Catalonia votes against an independent republic and negotiates a mutual agreement with Spain, both players receive 10. We can now solve the game. If Spain chooses to resist, Catalonia should vote in favour, since 5 is greater than -5. If Spain chooses to negotiate, Catalonia should again vote in favour, since 15 is greater than 10, hence yielding a higher payoff. If Catalonia chooses to vote against an independent republic, Spain should choose resist, because 15 is greater than 10. And if Catalonia chooses to vote in favour, then Spain should also resist, since 5 is greater than -5. Hence Spain and Catalonia each have a strictly dominant action. Spain's strictly dominant action is resist, and Catalonia's is to vote in favour. This is an example of prisoner's dilemma. The equilibrium 5-5, resist vote in favour, is a pure Nash equilibrium in this game, since it survives iterated elimination of strictly dominant actions, hence there is no mixed strategy equilibrium in this game. From the payoffs, we can see that if Spain and Catalonia were to cooperate and choose negotiate vote against, they would both yield a higher payoff than the Nash equilibrium resist votes for. The prisoner's dilemma shows us that two completely rational players might not cooperate even if it appears that it is in their best interest to do so. This mutually beneficial outcome could be achieved through an iterated game. This is when individual rationality no longer equals collective irrationality. Both Catalonia and Spain would have a common goal to sustain mutually beneficial cooperative outcomes, overcoming any incentives to compete.